Hello, my name is John Ledoux, and welcome to my co-leader week, which I'm sharing with Andrew, who is doing his project about disaster plans, which is very interesting, especially in this current climate that we're in. Looking forward to reading that. I'd like to start off with just saying that I hope everybody is staying healthy and as sane as possible in this circumstances that we are in with the shelter in place and stay-at-home orders and just the unprecedented events that have happened in the last 6 weeks or so, which have really changed a lot of lives and hopefully not for the worse across the board. Hopefully there's some positives that are coming out of this, some just viewing things in a different way, perhaps, or taking stock of things that are important in your life or things that you had overlooked or something like that. I have a couple of things I'd like to bring to your attention. One, I apologize for the blue laser lights. I have the blue light filter on my glasses because I work so much with computers, and the camera really makes it give me some fun effects here. And secondly, you will obviously notice that I'm sitting here in my very crowded kitchen, which since the stay-at-home order has been my home office, if you will. My week is about co-ops, cooperative businesses, especially in the grocery sector, especially here in Vermont. I have worked at and been a member of the Onion River Co-op, which is better known as City Market, since the fall of 2007. I started there washing dishes in the prep foods department, which was a job that I got because I was in dire need of a job. I had come off a period of unemployment where I kind of strung together a slight living, making music and just living pretty cheaply. But it was time for a job, and I heard they were hiring, and I took the first job offered. It had nothing to do with the fact that they were a cooperative or anything to do with their business model or their global ends or their in the community. Nothing like that. I learned that all once I started working there, and it turns out that when I became aware of a lot of the things that were being done there and things that are done for the community and for the employees, it really aligned with how I think a business should be run and the things that I agree that a business should be focused on with their stakeholders, not just their shareholders and not just profit driven, but people driven and community driven. Some of the things I can highlight that I have particular knowledge about there is things like their seedling grants program, which I was on the inaugural grant committee, which is at the time it was funded by patronage refund checks that were returned to us. So we offer, in profitable years, we offer patronage refunds to all of our members based on dollars spent. And a lot of people decide to donate that money back to us, or they never cash their checks. And we take that starting in about 2010, perhaps. We roll that into our seedling grants fund, we call it. And what we do is our members who are nonprofits and who work in the food business in some sort, dealing with food scarcity and different things like that, can apply for grants, and we give out the money based on certain criteria. And I was on the inaugural board, and the amount of money they've given away in that program is just astounding, and that all comes from the members. And since we haven't given patronage refunds in the last few years, since we've opened our second location, we fund it independently from that. So we keep that going. We've decided that it's valuable to us and it's something that we're interested in keeping going. And other things for the community, there's just numerous things that we do for the community, as anybody who lives in Burlington can probably also attest to. The global ends, which is kind of like our business model, really stresses access to healthy and nutritious foods for our community, and in a way that provides people what they need regardless of their situations, regardless of whether or not they can afford the local organic or whether they have to eat conventional or not local for whatever reasons. And we're a judgment-free place, and we accept all kinds of people, and we carry all kinds of products for everybody in the community. And beyond that, I have been able over the last 13 years that I've worked there, really worked my way up into throughout the store. I was in the operations department for a while, and I'm now in the finance department, where I'm the internal auditor, which is an accounts receivable type position, as well as payroll, which, if you can imagine, the payroll operations right now in any business, I'm sure, is just turned on its head, and it's unlike anything that anyone's ever really seen with the new CARES Act and the FFCRA and all the other new aspects. But really, the co-op, especially the Onion River Co-op, is a place where if you put in the time and you show that you're committed, they are committed, and it is a good place to shop. It is a good place to be a member of, and it really is a good place for the community to have available. And I think that a lot of co-ops try to take a page out of that same book, and they realize that their business exists, and business can exist for other reasons than just to turn a profit and just to do that at the expense of the community or at the expense of people, whereas you can still turn a profit and be successful by helping the community, caring for the people, and by really making a positive impact on society. So that is why I chose co-ops, cooperative businesses, as my leadership topic. And I hope that everybody, it's going to be a big week because there's 2 topics. So I'm not going to be asking for a whole lot. It's mostly going to be some links for you to peruse, and a couple of questions, mainly about your experiences with cooperatives. Because some people might have poor experiences or bad experiences, or some people might not agree with the model, or think that it's not sustainable, or it's not going to successfully exist, even though Vermont has shown that there are several co-ops that have been here for a long time. So spend your time on reading my links, and also whatever Andrew cooks up, which I'm sure will be fantastic. And everybody stay healthy and stay as positive as possible. And we're almost done. And even with this news recently about the VSC system, I hope everybody really gets everything they can out of this class. We're all seniors, and this is a senior seminar, so hopefully it won't be as dramatic of an effect on us as it does on some other students. So yeah, thank you very much, and enjoy.